August 4th at the bus. I got the axle off the trailer last night. I stayed late doing that. So I'm going to see about getting the engine cradle back on the dolly. And see about putting it in. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, so this may have to wait. I might be able to fix this when it's back in there. but I figured out why my engine bay is disgusting. On the driver's side, where the oil check is, it goes down into the crankcase where the oil is, and there's another line that goes up right by the heads. Well, on the passenger side, does the same thing. Driver's side is where the dipstick is at as well. Passenger side, there's no dipstick, but the line still goes up kind of closer to the heads, and where the fitting goes into where the heads are snapped completely. So that's why that side is disgusting. So I'll take this off and show you guys quick. Okay, so the fitting is right here. What broke off is that. So that's sheared. There was a gasket that was around it. This is the gasket that went around that. The piece that pulled off was this. So this end goes in here, and that end then is what gets put on there. But as you can see, kind of looking in there, I know it's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see the piece stuck inside there that's sheared off. So I gotta see if I can get that out. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of hard because I don't know how that goes in, but see what we can do. So quick update, I was able to get the bolt out. So this is it. Use the bolt extractor, just a set from Irwin, but I was able to get that out. Again, this is the other piece. I'm not worried about getting that one out because I could probably just get that whole fitting or the whole screw. So talking to the guys at International here in town, they are able to get Detroit diesel parts, I believe, so I'm going to go back in there, and then there's the hole that was stuck in. So, and then that's what that goes into again. So I just used the bolt extractor, and then I put a 7mm wrench on the end of it because I couldn't fit this. So this wouldn't actually fit in there just to twist, just because the starter's in the way. So that's fine, I still got it. I was nervous at first that I was going to break the bolt extractor in there. I've done that once before, and I didn't want to have the engine rebuilt, because it does run great, but if I would have broken that in there, I'd have to drill it out, and once you start drilling you get metal shavings in there. It doesn't turn out good. So anyway, so that was successful. So now I just got to get the part, and I can probably fix this once the engine's back in. So I do have the access hole here that I can go into, and I believe I can still access that from there. So I'm going to continue on trying to get this on the dolly and then back in. I don't know how much longer I'll be at it today. There's a demolition derby here at the county fair tonight that I want to get to, but anyway, we'll see how far we go. I do also need to see if I can get a cover for this, so just that doesn't look all that great, but that explains why this entire side is just caked and it still looks somewhat fresh with oil and mud and grime, and it was because that was leaking. So we'll see if that solves the issue there, and also my oil leak problem. It is a Detroit diesel, so it'll probably still leak oil, but we'll see if that fixes it. Okay, so what I'm doing now with the ratchet straps is getting it so the trailer won't go back towards the fence. So I'm anchoring it to the bulkhead between the two rear axles, so the one that the drive shaft passes through. And then I will move my truck as well alongside the bus for stabilization that way as well. We'll see how that works. I might need something on the other side as well to help stabilize it, but we'll see. Okay, I just re-tapped a bolt that kept stripping on the transmission, so this is what it would keep doing. So I just re-tapped that with my tap and die set. I figured I may as well. I'm not worried about one bolt on the transmission housing, the bell housing, excuse me. The biggest thing I had a concern with was the pressure plate, because that has a lot of pressure that comes out. So, but I just redid this one. I figured I may as well. I got a couple minutes before I start putting everything back in. So. Alright, we're getting there. It's on, basically it's on the dolly, so it's going. Alright, so I'm going to pop this off and show you quick. When I took it off, I actually put the ratchet straps around the fence line. Now, because I'm putting it back in, I've got the straps. One there, which may not be the best because it can kind of pull it one way or the other, but to help stabilize it, I've got another one hooked up to my truck. Should work alright. These new casters are fantastic. I'm already noticing a huge difference. So they are steel. I still got the poly ones in the back, but they're not even in use right now. They're just kind of hovering up over the steel. So majority of the weight is on the steel ones. There's like 3 grease zerks on, which is awesome. The weight is on the trailer. I do have some wood going across to help stabilize it, so it's not completely on the jacks. It is on the 2 front jacks. But then the 2 rear ones, it is stabilized in the back with that wood. When I get closer, that will come off. But for right now, I'm just going to keep going. So that one's actually hooked up over there, and then that one just runs. They both run underneath the trailer. I know that one wraps around, but as to not interfere with the bulkhead there, ignore the bucket over there. But so that way it'll be able to go under. So we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, I know I didn't do a formal ending here on this video when I was recording. My wife stopped by and actually had to pick up the camera. We had some family of ours that was actually in a demo derby that night that wanted me to film. I wasn't there because I actually stayed at the bus and got the engine cradle back in the rest of the way, hooked up and everything. But you get the gist of it. I mean, just a more time lapse of me kind of fiddling and getting everything lined up in the back of the bus. But anyway, just know the engine cradle did get put in the back there, and then the next video coming up after this one is the first start of 858 since the clutch was replaced. So stay tuned, guys. Looking forward to it.